Good afternoon, I am Takamasak. Welcome to the Testing Chamber. Now, this game is, I believe, connected to the other three test games I played. Those were originally released as a trilogy, and then I'm assuming this is what their project was. I didn't read the store page like I probably should have, but I know this was released on the 28th of last month, so that's what I believe this is. This is the culmination of whatever we were doing. So I absolutely had to play this. I loved the first three games, so I wanted to take a look at this as well. So let's click in the window here, let us start our new journey, and we'll see what this has to offer. This experience is all about exploration and self-discovery. The testing chamber has many hidden mysteries to uncover, if you so choose to take advantage of all it has to offer. Each time you enter a new chamber, your progress will be saved and you will be unable to return from whence you came. It's important to explore each area as much as you can while you can in order to get the most out of your experience. Some events throughout this experience can only be unlocked through exploration and finding hidden puzzle pieces. If you move on to an area too quickly before finding these pieces, you may miss out on future opportunities to unlock secrets you come across later. We urge you to choose your actions wisely. It is recommended that you play this game in the dark while wearing headphones for full atmospheric effect, and I don't have headphones, and this is about as, I mean, I can, hold on. I mean, I have multiple lights back here, but... Okay, hold on. It only gets so dark in here. It only gets... Like, how dark is... It's... There. Oh, not blue. No, I don't want it color changing. Thank you, though. Thank you. I don't want that color changing either. Can you just get to a solid... No, get to a solid color. I don't want red. Green, perfect. It's green. Oh, you can still see me a little bit. Sure, good enough. You may play using a controller, keyboard or mouse. Keyboard or mouse, and you may adjust your key bindings as you see fit in the options. We hope you enjoy our journey as it unfolds and wish you safe travels through the testing chamber. Memory of the Fallen. A cold wind blows, making the pouring rain that much colder. The constant sting of a heavy downpour is almost unbearable on your bones, as your tattered attire offers you little protection from the harsh elements. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Okay. Oh, we walking. Eastern Path, the Lady of the Scales. Ooh. What was that? Did something just fall out of there? Oh, it's a shiny bulletin board, my favorite. Butterfly wings wanted. These winged beasts are unwelcome plague in these lands. All butterflies are to be captured and plucked apart on sight. That's... Hold on a second. Bump it down slightly. There we go. Alright, let's take a look at the old boneyard here. Grave marker, rest in peace. Mark Edwards. Forever loved, never forgotten. Rest in peace. I don't like the green, I'm gonna be honest with you. Ah, Sean Williams. You will be missed eternally. Is there like a regular light color? Yeah. Okay. I look like a zombie, but that's fine too. Felix Arvids. Always in our minds, forever in our hearts. Let me get this on here. Grave marker tethered with rope sits before you. Why is this one different? Here rests Sloth. Time waits for no one. Time will pass with or without you. In a year from now, you can be a year ahead, or you can look back at your life a year prior and find yourself standing in the same exact position that you are right now. You don't have to want to move forward, but you do have to move. Sloth, my friend, is the enemy of greatness. I am so sorry. Okay, I guess I'll just leave that then. Large iron flagpole stands sturdily before you. A royal red banner blows freely in the wind, honoring the souls of the dead that lay beneath your feet. It's the same thing. Okay. Flowers? Beautiful assortment of flowers are arranged to commemorate those who are no longer with us. Flames dance with the brazier. Light flickers and dims, just to wildly reignite with every breeze or gust of wind passing by. Beautiful. Something. What is this? A large stone mausoleum stands before you. A solid stone door guards the entrance. You get the sense that if you decide to venture forward, there might be no coming back. I'm going to walk away for now, because it specifically said to explore. Excuse me? Excuse me? Can I... That grass is of no interest whatsoever. How do you play with the mouse? Oh, actually, you're a little speedier with mouse. Sure, we'll play with mouse for a little bit. Feels a little more natural with keyboard. Well, what's down here, then? Is this a point of no return? Is that a Kidders? I'm actually going to play with keyboard because it feels more natural. You notice a small cat-like creature wandering about aimlessly. What would you do? Pet the Kidders! You reach down to inspect the tags that are securely fastened to the collar of the animal. It reads the name Lily Lils. You give Lily Lils a gentle pat on the head. Oh, the Kidders. Ooh, look at this shiny plant. Twinkling light radiates from the crystallized object nestled amongst the flowers. What do you do? Take it! It appears to be an encrusted flower petal, crystallized and preserved over time. Woo, crystalline petal. You see a shadowy visage of a royalty appear briefly out of the corner of your eye. You're a faint whisper on the wind. She loves me. The visage disappears just as quickly as it came. She loves me and loves me. I haven't played that game since elementary school. Sculpture of a woman holding a set of golden scales stands tall before you. As you gaze upon its architecture, you begin to get the sense that the lack of balance between the scales represents something within yourself. What do I look like? Am I one of the dudes from the... I don't think so. They all look like similar but different, if that makes sense. Small butterfly flutters near you. It almost seems as though it wants to be caught. I have a bad, like, I don't want to do this. Learn to let go of things that no longer serve a positive purpose. For it becomes the burden of dead weight that you shall carry with you from one problem to the next. A thumping noise can be heard coming from the wooden lockbox as the something is trying to escape from within. I don't like it. I gotta roll with it, though. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. This looks kind of suspicious, but it's not. I'm gonna miss stuff, undoubtedly. I don't know how long this game is, so... Oh, we can go back this way. Beautiful assortment of flowers when we come into the longer this? Yeah. They were progressively getting longer, so depending on how long it is, I might edit one large video or a couple smaller videos that don't have a intro or outro. Okay, I think the only way to go is... Can I go out? There's no point looking backwards. You're not going that way. Are you sure? Okay. Thanks, wooden barrier. Western pet. There is no testing chamber over here. Can I put the wings on the... Hold on, let me make absolutely sure. Can I put the wings on the scale by chance? Yeah. Okay, I don't think there's anything else to do over here. I'm trying to be as thorough as humanly possible. Said that's the path to the testing chamber, but there's not really anything here. Nothing hidden? Okay. Excuse me, kidders. Lily Lils. Lily Lils! Give it scritches. Okay, I guess there's no turning back. Alright, we going in. We diving head first. You give the heavy stone door a solid push as it begins to open. The darkness emanating from the mausoleum is impenetrable. Something beckons you from within. Oh. The pungent smell of dirt and trapped rainwater floods the cavern air. You descend the rope into the unknown. Your game has been saved. A rusted mining pick leans gently against the cavern wall. The handle is splintered and weak. This tool has surely seen better days, but its purpose has been served well. Good job. That's a hell of a... I'm sure it's mined plenty of iron ore. Okay. Is that a stalactite? An unmined ore vein protrudes from the cavern floor. Glimmers of copper shine here and there between the dirt and rock. Can I have it? Can I have it? I can't have it. Oh, okay. I wonder if there's a button quieter than spacebar. Nothing is left here but a pile of unprocessed stone and dirt. The vein has been stripped of all potential value. Here's a thing. It's a butter buggy. Appears to have a broken wing. Walk away for a second. Twinkling light radiates from... Could I see the first butterfly? They're not very easy to see. Twinkling light radiates from crystallized object partially buried in the dirt floor. What do you do? Take it! I love stuff. It appears to be an encrusted flower petal, crystallized and preserved. Another crystalline petal. Shadowy visitor royalty appears briefly once again. You hear the same faint whisper, just the same as before. She loves me not. Once again, the visage disappears into the shadows from whence it came. A plethora of old books line the dusty wooden shelves. Most of the pages are disconnected from the spines, and the ink on the parchment has become illegible and lost to time. I'll be right with you. An array of potions and elixirs fill the shelves, though they appear to be far past their expiration dates. Hey. Okay. Can't assume there's too much... Oh, hi. Malachus? You've come a long way to find this place, Wanderer. Let's hope your search is not in vain. Behind me lies the testing chamber. If you wish to enter, I must warn you first. Upon entry, you will not be able to return. You will go deeper, and deeper, and deeper into the chamber. You will wander, you will search, you will be watched, and you will be judged. And as you delve deeper, you will be unable to return from whence you came. But most importantly, you will have the opportunity to find the answers you seek. However, all knowledge comes with a price, and you must reveal the darkest secrets you hold dear to an unseen force in which you know nothing about. Only then will you gaze upon the very reflection of your soul. And remember to take your time and explore every inch, every corner, every dark crevasse that exists within. Whatever you decide to put into the testing chamber will be exactly what you get out. Now go, Wanderer. Enter the testing chamber and claim what belongs to you. Okay, bye. Butterbuggy? Where's the Butterbuggy? Butterbuggy! There you are. Something is screaming at me to just leave those things alone. Can I have this? No, I don't think I can have it. Can I come back out? Huh? No, yeah. Alright, Butterbuggy, I'm gonna leave you to your business. Is there, like, anywhere to walk through walls or anything strange like that? I don't know how, like, secretive they're gonna be. No, I already looked at that. Thanks. Can I go behind the... Butterbuggy? Butterbuggy? Where'd the Butterbuggy go? Is that him over there? Butterbuggy? But, hold on. But, I don't know where Butterbuggy went. Did he go up the ladder? Oh, you sly devil. You're hiding up here. Okay. I'm gonna leave the Butterbuggy alone. I don't like ripping the wings off a Butterbuggy. And in time, you will be asked a series of questions in which you must preside your darkest truth. Your honesty is of grave importance, for if you try to cheat your way through the testing chamber, the only person you'll be cheating is yourself. You'll be asked to carry out a series of tasks. Some of these tasks will be rather simple. Some of these tasks will have you questioning yourself, questioning your morals, and above all else, questioning your resolve. The most important thing to remember is to take your time. Do not rush, keep your eyes peeled, and senses alert for secrets hiding in plain sight. The testing chamber is home to many hidden events, unique experiences, and unknown entities. And before I let you go, just know this. Every move you make, every breath you take, I'll be watching you. I'm not missing that reference. Yeah, that's that, yeah. May your journey be filled with the answers you seek. I don't know who sings that, but those are lyrics to a song from something. Firelight flickers in the distance. You're unsure of where you are, but you get the sense that perhaps you shouldn't be here. Well, Butterbuggy! Small butterfly flutters near you. It's missing a few... Well, I'm not going to pluck its wings off. That's all it has. You're okay, Butterbuggy. Can you get out of the way, Butterbuggy? Thanks. I'm going to leave him. I don't know why I ripped the wings off. I feel bad. An old journal made from thick animal skin parchment sits atop a wooden table. It has a list of questions with blank spaces for answers to be written. What would you do? Or what would you like to... are you going to ask me questions? You begin to read the questions from the journal. You ink your answers upon the pages using a vial of crimson liquid that sits next to the book. Do you have any obsessions that you would consider unhealthy? Probably. If you were on a jury, would you be willing to convict someone of a crime that you felt shouldn't even be illegal? That depends what it is. Willing to get... Oh, like... So obviously, like, murder and stuff would not be... I think you have to... As stupid as some of them are... Would you be willing to convict someone of a crime that you feel shouldn't even be illegal? I don't... Like, just because I... Like, in your brain, you could feel like, oh, murder's fine. He killed 7 people, but I don't think that should even be illegal. Those people were D-bags anyway. I mean, I'm not the judge. I'm not the people that enforce the laws, so probably yes. If one of your vital organs was damaged beyond repair and one of your closest family members offered to give you a transplant, however, it would mean sacrificing their life in the process to do so. I'm going to assume they're like, if they're perfectly healthy, no, just let me die. If you offered one item of your choosing, whatever it is, you'd wish it to be, but in order to obtain it, you had to put 100 pounds of body weight and then lose all 100 pounds within the next year. 100 pounds isn't that hard to lose in a year, like, especially if you're super heavy. Like, if you put your mind to it. I mean, that'd be absolute hell on your body, but sure, what the hell? It's a lot of work, but one item. Sure. If you knew that the love of your life would get dementia and lose all memory of who you were in 5 years from now, would you continue to pursue a relationship with them, at least up until they've forgotten who you were? Yeah. Would I be able to... if they're the love of my life, I suppose so. Would you trade everything you have in life as it currently stands for a brand new life of your choosing? No, like, everything that's happened has made me who I am today, so. Would you consider yourself to be warm-hearted? I hope so. Do you believe that you have a dark mind? Not really, no. Would you say that you have a dark sense of humor? Not really. No, I wouldn't say dark, no. If an alien race took over planet Earth, would you join them and betray the human race if it meant your survival? Probably not. I wouldn't trust them if they're killing all humans. Would you consider yourself to be a loyal person? I think so. Do you believe that freedom is the most important aspect of life? Freedom, the most important aspect. There's a lot of things that are very high on that list, that one being included in that. But is it the most important? I think it's super important, but not like the most important. Like it's important, but so is like having people with you and like love and all that stuff is a little bit more. If you knew that a meteor was headed for Earth and it would mean the extension of the human race, would you board a space shuttle and head to a colony on Mars? I mean, if everybody was going, doesn't it take forever to get there? I mean, if like we were going. Do you ever wonder if there's someone out there who's always exactly like you? I always wonder that. Yeah, actually. Like, I'll joke around with people at work who go to other departments. I'm like, there's probably another Takamasak over there. Just maybe that version of Takamasak is like an Asian girl or something like that, though. Do you ever get the sense that you're being watched, even when you're certain that you're alone? No, not particularly. You finished inking your final answer in the journal. The crimson ink begins to swirl and form symbols on the pages where you've provided your answers. The final page of the journal appears to be considerably torn. It also seems to be made of a different parchment material than the rest of the journal. Perhaps this will be of use. Torn journal page. Your decisions have been noted. Your mark has been left. How do you feel, wanderer? What is it like to traverse these halls? Perhaps I should ask you that question once again. Once you've seen what's in store for you. Butterbuggies? My grandfather clock. Aye, an old dusty clock sits on the wall. The hands of the clock have stopped frozen on 1:11. That is not 1:11. That is totally 9 o'clock. I can see. Get out of here. Ugh, what is it? Is that a giant rat? A rotten carcass of a swine rests atop the table. It appears to only be half cooked, as baked meat mixes with rotten, decayed flesh. Why? Butterbuggy, you got something to say about that? No, nothing there, Butterbuggy. Okay, Butterbuggy. Whatever. I'm just gonna leave you to your own business. My keyboard is loud. It's the only complaint I have against using keyboard. But you gaze deeply into the mirror. You see no reflection. Okay. I see that cry. A twinkling light radiates from the crystallized. What is the smug? Right, would you like? Take it. Yoink. Appears to be an encrusted flower petal. Great. She loves me. Homie, stop it. You're weird. Large cloud. Minor degradation has taken hold of the foundation and pillars holding this room up. Dusty leather pouch resides here. What would you like to do? I don't want to reach my hand into nothing in this room. Go for it. Inside the bag rests a wisdom token. It floats into your pocket as if it belongs to you. Okay. Your decision has been noted. The market. Thanks, Watcher. Again, I don't know how air is gonna... A stone statue of a veiled woman stands tall before you. Her expression is cold and stoic. Lay a token at the feet of... I'm gonna keep my token. I don't know why. I don't want it. Look so strange symbols. Okay. I don't know where to go from here though. Is that the only option? Is to maybe that's the only option. I'll give this another check. You've seen. Okay, I guess that's my only option. Can I get more from the bag? It's empty. Okay, I guess that's the only option then. Here you go, you can have the token. Your voice echo in your mind. Attraction plants the seed. Reflection grows our desire. Mirror the things we need flourish into what we admire. You paid tribute and received the blessing of wisdom. You hear glass shatter in the distance. Okay, I know there's that, but... Butterbuggy. Butterbuggy, what's going on over here? You wanna come with? No, sure you can land. I'm gonna check this crack one more time. JIC? Nothing? Okay. You gaze deeply into the mirror. Something begins to pull you in. Let me go! Hey! Hey, whoa! Whoa! The halls of purgatory. Oh, don't like it. You somehow managed to find your way behind the mirror. How you got here is beyond your understanding, but the more important question is, you must ask yourself, is just how you're going to find your way out. Okay. As odd as it may seem, the welcome sight of a blood-soaked bed that rests on a dirty floor in the corner is almost comforting. Though it's probably best not to rest in a place like this. Yeah, I could agree with that. Probably. Anything weird with these? I don't want to fail. It looks like somebody took a truck through here and just... Hey. I don't have the final key yet. I don't currently have the means to get through this gate. What do you mean my actions have been noted? I just looked at the gate. Before you sits an old rotted wooden chest. It appears to be locked tight. You don't have the means to open this chest. Perhaps you should try praying. Don't antagonize me. Don't antagonize. I mean, it's treasure. Of course you're gonna get it. Butterbuggy! Doing a light from the board. Oh, a whistling noise seems to be coming from the other. Take it. Take it. Oh, another flower petal. Is that a bun? What is that? She loves me not. Is he coming like into... Oh, that's another kitty. Small cat-like creature wandering about aimlessly. Would you like pet the kitters? This is Libby Lib. Reach down and inspect the tags. They cry the picture. Collar reads Libby Lib. You gave Libby Lib a gentle pat on the head. Meow. Hey, Butterbuggy. Some butterfly flutters near you. It gives off a mysterious glow. What would you like? No, I don't want to pull its wings off. A blood-stained altar stands before you. Upon the altar rests a tattered diary. I'm gonna hold off on just a second here. Oh, there's something over there. Okay, I mean... What is that noise? Hey. Gaping maw, the stillness, the silence. The abyssal darkness in the depths below. You wonder how deep it goes. You hear what sounds like breathing down below, as if something lurking in the darkness. You can't help but wonder what just might be gazing back at you from below. Feed the maw? I don't have anything to feed the maw. You're not holding what the abyss desires. Okay, I'm gonna leave the abyss alone. I am not, I mean... As friendly as this place is coming across, I don't really want to jump into the abyss. That sounds like a terrible idea. Do I have a knife? What? Oh, that's his feet. Her feet. Bloodstain alters the rest of the diary. Would you like to do? Let's read from the diary. Sure. First entry. We all grow frantic, we all begin to panic. Impending doom is looming over us now. Antagonistic antics, we grow manic. We spiral as we plummet towards the ground. We pray for the winged ones to come and save us from our fall. We pray the watchful ones guide us just before we lose it all. We pray for sickness, health, greed, and wealth, mercy, and reprieve. All our prayers we shout in vain to a God whom we don't believe. But we must ask you this before you decide to go. There's just one thing we wonder, desperately wishing to know. Just what would you do if only you knew that the God you don't believe in doesn't even believe in you? Signed, the madman. He's a madman. Well, if I don't believe in him, he wouldn't exist in the first place, so it doesn't matter if he doesn't believe me, I guess. A small rusty key rests about the page of the diary. Where did the chest go? It's right there. Stands near an old iron gate. You try to open the gate, but it won't budge. Oh. I thought maybe the key was for that. Hi, Libby Lib. Or, are you Libby Lib? Use the key to open the chest. The lock clicks open with a single turn, and the key turns to dust in your hand. Inside the chest rests a darkened vial of bubbling black liquid. It disappears from the chest within a blink of an eye and somehow manages to find itself securely in the palm of your hand. Okay, that should... Thanks, Watcher. It's empty. Hi, kitty. I just pat it again. Libby Lib! Wow! Wow! Alright, will the corrosive get me through here, I'd assume? Just whip it at it. It disintegrates before your eyes. Yeah, it did. That looks like a person. A blood-soaked... Oh, God. That's somehow worse. The blood-soaked doll sits in the corner of a darkened room. Her eyes are fixated on you and seem to follow you wherever you move. It almost looks as though its head moves slightly, but it could just be your mind playing tricks on you. Upon closer inspection, you notice the doll is wearing a ring around one of her bloody fingers. Let's not tempt fate with the psycho killer murder blood doll. I'm just gonna leave it for now. I'm gonna explore until I'm obligated. Hey, ooh. An old noose sits on the table. Thick layers of dried blood coat the old dusty rope. Flakes of crimson begin to crumble off the noose and onto your hands, absorbing sweat and melding to your fingers like thick, sticky paint. Gross. There's no... What do I want with the noose? Sure. I don't know what I want with the noose, but... Well, the sick clock sits on the wall. The dry blood seems to have found a home upon its case. 222. Interesting. A journal made from things... That's pretty much the same thing as the last one. Let's fill in the blank answers. I love it. Do you have a favorite number? No, not particularly. Do you have a favorite color? I used to, but I like a lot of them now. Do you have any superstitions you genuinely believe? I don't think so. They're fun, but I don't think so. Life is short. Do you agree? Yes. Have you ever cut anyone out of your life completely? I mean, ghosting's fairly common, but... I don't really do that unless people stop talking to me, so, I mean, I guess I'm arguably the one doing it. Like, I'm half doing it, I guess. I guess, technically. Have you ever felt like you've deserved a second chance? I hope so. Do you believe that you can accomplish anything you put your mind to? Within realism. I don't think I could be an astronaut. Like, if I put my mind to that, like, I know I don't have what it takes to be, like, be an astronaut or a mathematician. So technically, no. Would you say that you put a high personal value on family? I don't know, my family's weird. But yeah. Not my, like, I mean, it's another. Have you ever felt unloved? Yeah. Have you ever felt unwanted? Definitely. Do you ever wonder if anyone is thinking about you? Kinda. Do you think about others often? All the time. Would you say that you're a considerate person? I hope so. Do you ever feel like others don't always consider your feelings? Not really. No. Do you ever feel undervalued? Occasionally, yeah. You finish thinking the final answer to the Crimson. Give me that page! Rip it out of there! Rip it out of there with gusto! Give me that. Torn journal page! Your decision has been noted. Your mark has been left. Alright. Oh god, it's gone. Okay. Well, Libby Lib's still okay. Why is there like a big opening right there? Hey, Butterbuggy. What is... Why would it put that... Oh, okay. Hold on. It goes... Why would it do that? Hold on a second here. Hold on a second. Un segundo. Un momento, favor. No, 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 no. It's a little suspicious that it goes down one here, but I guess they put that there, so... Is there something on the wall? That looks like it says something, but I can't read it. Read what it says. Alright, look at that torch. Torchlight guides the way and provides visibility to the blood-stained etching on the stone-cold walls. Hey, Libby Lib. Libby Lib. Okay, where's the doll? Where's the doll? Do you want the noose? The stillness. The silence. This is the only way forward. Oh, Butterbuggy up there. You toss the noose into the maw. It quakes feverishly with hunger. The abyssal appetite of the gaping maw is unsated. The abyss wants more. It always wants more. An endless, unfillable void that consumes you in every way imaginable. Don't make those noises. You're gross. Living is the hardest thing we'll ever choose to do, Wanderer. Your decision has been noted. I didn't really want to jump in. Oh dear. You find yourself in an unknown chamber. A sense of calm washes over you, though you're unsure of whether or not to trust in that brief and fleeting comfort. Hi, Butterbuggy. You coming right up to see me. How you doing? Small butterfly flutters near you. A strange, unfamiliar glyph appears on one of its wings. I don't want to do that to it. Dusty old clock sits on the wall. The bottom of the case where the critter might have made its home at one point. 33333. Are you gonna get up to 7777? Why is everything blood-coated in this place? It looks like someone is desperately trying to etch the message of their own bodily fluids before bleeding out completely. Sealed envelope sits atop the wooden table. What would you like to do? You open the envelope and reveal what's inside. It's a handwritten letter addressed to seemingly no one. It reads, "To whomever this may concern. I came here looking for answers. What I found, however, was far more than I had bargained for. I urge you to turn back now and leave this place, for it has already claimed too many desperate souls seeking answers to questions that ought not be asked. If I can do one good deed with this with the last moments of my life, then let it be to leave this warning for the next poor unfortunate soul who may find themselves wandering these halls. Turn back now. Sometimes questions are better left unanswered. Signed, a friend. Ah, Alfred Friend. He's my favorite. I'm not intimidated by Alfred Friend. He's a chump anyway. Alfred Friend. He didn't even have any friends in middle school. We'll leave it there. Oh dear. What the hell is it? Leafy plant. Oh, I thought that was like a turtle. Looks as though it's been freshly watered. Closer, you notice that it's a 4-leaf clover in the leaves of the plant. I don't really believe those are lucky, but I'll take it. Pluck. Lucky clover! Woo! Okay. This looks like a fortune teller's hut. It looks like there's both a butter buggy and a crystal flower. Or crystal petal. Is he getting more colorful? Blood-soaked chair. A large, heavy chair sits against the stone wall. It appears to be made of clay and feels cold to the touch. Crystal ball sits atop the blood-stained table. It gives off an eerie, dark energy. Rub it. Press your hand firmly. It feels cold to the touch. Suddenly you feel something inside your hand. When you pull your hand away, a wisdom token is revealed. Oh, I wonder if there's a wisdom token in every area. Okay. Sit down about the same table. It no longer gives off energy. Oh. Oh, I could have looked in it, and that probably would have unlocked the other door. Okay. Let me answer the questions. Oh, jeez. You have to. I love it. Would you consider yourself to have an addictive... Like, get it easily addicted to things? I don't think so. Would you consider yourself to be impulsive at times? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be abnormal? I don't think so. I mean, we're all different in different ways, but... To your knowledge, have you ever been tricked and deceived by someone that you cared for? Not to my knowledge. To take your time and answer, but I really don't think like you'd remember something like that. I don't think so, and hopefully not currently. Would you say that you sometimes have a difficult time letting things go? Sometimes. Do you forgive easily? Probably. There's not anybody I really have a grudge against right now. Like, I don't really hold grudges. It's like I get neutral to things. Does that make any sense? Like, I don't like if I have problems with people, like, it usually just goes away and just, like, I don't care either way. So I guess that's partly forgiveness. I guess. Would you consider yourself to be a liar? No. When someone lies to you, do you feel like it's an insult to your intelligence? No, they're not always doing it to be insulting, depending on the situations. Would you consider yourself to be a realist? For the most part. Do you have nightmares often? No. Would you say that I love sleep? Do you wish that you didn't have to sleep? I mean, if I could be fine, yeah. I'd have 8 more hours in every day. Realistically, 6 or 7. Who's sleeping 8 hours anymore? But would you consider yourself to be an anxious person? No. Would you consider yourself to have a depressive personality? Hold on. Depressive, like causing depression, or just like have depression? That's a good question. Let me see what this is. Oh my god. I want to see what this says. Persistent depressive disorder, also called dysthymia, can be a long-term chronic form of depression. You may lose interest in daily activities, feel hopeless, lack of productivity, and low self-esteem, and overall sense of inadequacy. I don't know, like, it's not, I'm gonna say no because overall I'm usually very happy. Would you consider yourself to be traumatized from past events that occurred in your life? No, I've mostly let all those problems go. Okay. Give me that page, sweet, sweet page. Sweet, sweet page. I hope it'll be of use. Give me that. Did I just hear a kerchunk? Where'd the doll go? Don't care. An old wooden door with an iron handle. If you venture through the door, Wanderer, you'll be unable to return. Make sure you're ready to depart before you continue on. And tread carefully. Let me see the other door. Did you say anything else? I guess we'll hang to the right. A lapse in time. Familiar room surrounds you, yet it brings an unfamiliar feel. Okay, it looks like it says something, but I can't read it. Various notes are scattered across the table, though upon closer inspection they appear to be written in a strange language you've never seen before. An old wooden chest rests, maybe locked and chained shut. A handprint appears to be carved on each side of the chest, along with a set of words. The two words are as follows: dream and nightmare. Okay. Contents of the chest are yours for the taking. An angel's feather. Okay. You made your decision, Wanderer. Keep this with you, okay. Thanks, bro. Small butterfly flutters near you. One of its wings have been severed. If one of its, like, what does it do when it has one wing? Would it just fly in a circle? What it would be the... I don't even want the one. Probably 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. Oh, baby, here we go. Watch out for the hard-hitting questions. Love it. Have you ever felt like your friends and family have been keeping things from you? Sometimes. Have you ever felt lost in life? I think we all have. Are you confident in your ability to lead people in a successful direction if a situation required it? Jesus, am I still inventing my own scenarios? I think so. Would you sometimes consider yourself to be a follower? Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever dreamt of being a hero? I think we all have, right? Have you ever considered being a villain? Yeah, of course. Have you ever hurt someone's feelings on I think we've answered a lot of these questions. Have you ever hurt someone's feelings on purpose? Like probably when I was a douchebag elementary bully. Back in the 1980s. Would you consider yourself to be an artist of some sort? No. Like, even doing this, like, you could argue this is an art, but no, not really. Do you feel respected in your day-to-day life? Do I feel respect? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm neutral to that. Like, I don't want to say yes, and I don't want to say no. But I'm not, like, disrespected. I guess if it's more towards the middle ground, you'd have to say no. Would you consider yourself to be scarred? No, I don't really think so. Would you consider yourself to be flawed? Absolutely. Do you believe in perfection? No. If you knew when your significant other was going to die, would you tell them? I don't think anybody would want that information. Have you ever trusted someone with your darkest secret? I don't think so. I don't have like this thing like I murdered somebody or anything. It doesn't get too dark. It might get a little gray, but I wouldn't say dark. Okay. Thank you, Torn Page. Did I get the... I don't think I went to the back yet. Butter buggy. Everybody loves the butter buggy. One gray marker tethered with rope sits before you. What do you want to do? Read it. Here rests lust. Lust would choose to keep the body and get rid of the soul. Love would choose to keep the soul happily and accept whatever body comes with it. There exists few diseases quite so destructive as lust. Oh, rest in peace. Rest in peace, lust. Why did I kill lust? I guess that's... I don't know. Take it. Yeah, sweet, sweet crystalline flower. Crystalline petal. She loves me not. A stone statue of a veiled woman, her veil splattered with blood. You want a token? It is best to judge one by the questions they ask, rather than the answers they give. Paid tribute and received a blessing from wisdom. Your marker's been left. The sound of a door unlocking can be heard in the distance. That's not a butter buggy. I don't think there's ever going to be like a walk-through wall type deal. I mean, I can't say for sure, but... let's go to the left this time. Is there any difference? I'll go this way, I guess. Yeah. Kerchunk! Old friends die hard. A faint growl can be heard briefly in the distance. It fades away just as quickly as it came, and you wonder if you even heard it at all. Yeah. It really wants me to go in that door. 5555555? Oops, sorry. What did that say? The initials TTT are carved in the top of the case. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's coming, boys. Would you consider yourself to have a great deal of empathy? Like, I'm not, like, super empathetic, so I'm gonna say, like, I am, but, like, not, like, super great deal. Would you consider yourself to be a romantic soul? I know I answered no to, like, the romance question earlier. Like, I love doing that stuff, but, like, overall, I just don't, like, do it. Do you ever make reckless decisions that you later end up regretting? Sometimes. Would you consider yourself to be nosy? I don't think so. Then again, I like see a group of people talking. I'm like, I wonder what they're doing. So, I mean, kind of. I guess a little bit. Do you ever sing when no one is? Absolutely. Do you ever feel like you can't be yourself in front of others? No, I'm always myself. Do you trust everyone in your social circle entirely? I don't. I'm trying to figure like who would be in my social circle, because like once I leave work, I don't talk to like anybody. I talk to all y'all. That's about it. There'd always be that one person like you don't really trust. I'm just gonna throw no. Would you say that you've had a happy childhood? Yeah, it was fine. Could you be happy in life if no one knew who you were? Yeah, I'm fine with that. Would you be happy being a performer? Absolutely. Do you typically avoid big parties or social gatherings? I used to, but now it doesn't bother me. Do certain words make you uncomfortable? No. Do you enjoy solving riddles? Kind of? Kind of. Do you ever look for deeper meaning in things? Sometimes. Do you ever suffer from... Yeah, I hate that. I do. Absolutely. And I hate it. I'm assuming that's what it is. I don't have any other explanation for that type of thing sometimes. It is an unhappy experience. Parchments! A pile of tattered scrolls sit in a heap, piled high in the corner of the room. Sure, let's read from the scrolls. Let's glean some knowledge. We're interrupted by the sound of a monstrous guttural bellow coming from the very walls that surround you. Perhaps these scrolls aren't meant to be read from. Hey, Butterbuggy. Why is there poisonous marshmallow? Oh, that is... I probably shouldn't step on that. I better take... Butterbuggy, get out of there! Oh, dude, I didn't even see where you were. Hey, Butterbuggy, I don't want to step on that. Can you... Butterfly footer's near you. It's covered in... Oh. Okay. Alright, it's, Oh, God. Oh, that says help? 3 bloody bears sitting in a row. Who do they belong to? Where do they go? Red's missing an eye, which makes it hard to see. Blue's missing a mouth, which makes it hard to breathe. Black's missing a heart, which makes it hard to care. As 3 bloody arrows reveal the bloody bears. I think he needs the most attention. I don't want to touch anything protruding from its abdomen. Okay, I got a wisdom token. I am so sorry. I'm gonna go. This one seems a little nicer. I don't know what the times mean. I know it's like the room number. A midnight snack. Leave me out of this. Stop it. Who's slurping? You sound... Ow. I thought someone was having a tug. You hear sounds of flesh being ripped from the bone, pulled apart, and devoured somewhere in the room. It seems to be coming from a darkened corner of the chamber just out of the firelight. A deep, guttural bellow can be heard amidst the tearing of meat and snapping of bone. You stand perfectly still as to not draw attention to yourself as you listen intently. The chewing abruptly ceases, and something seems to be shining in the distance. It catches your eye briefly before fading. Well, I don't care for... Oh, it's a save point. That's okay. Dusty old clock. It appears to be a large crack going down the center. Would that be... My brain is not... stopped on 1, 2, 3. I thought it might be something reflecting firelight gives out a shimmer between the crack. Inspect the glimmer. You're trying to grab the glimmering object. It's caked in dirt and filth except for a slight metallic edge. Rub the object between your fingers and a wisdom token shines in your hand. Wisdom token. Butterbuggy! Small butterfly flutters near you. One of its wings appears to be singed and scarred with burn marks. Nope, we'll leave it alone. I'm not ripping its wings off. An old journal made of quick precipitative. Oh, here we go, boys. Round. Do you believe that you do enough to help others in need? I could always do more of that. Do you believe that you can rely on those around you to take care of you if need be? Yeah. Do you ever see things that aren't really there? I don't think so. No, I'm going to answer no on that. Have you ever been woken up from a deep sleep to the sensation of falling? Yeah, definitely. There's nothing to fear but fear itself. I mean, I get what it's saying, but have you ever lied to someone within the last week? Yeah, but it's all like bullcrap lies. Like I told my littlest one that the basketball court's closed. So technically, yeah. Do you sometimes make promises that you just can't keep? No. Would you consider yourself to have a guilty conscience? Maybe for personal stuff that I should be doing? I mean, it's not like super guilty, like remember in the scenarios where it's like you have to pick between this person and this person, it's not like that level of guilty. But it's like small amounts, is like, I'm sitting here playing a game right now when I should probably be over there doing the dishes. It's like minor stuff like that, so technically, yeah. Do you ever worry about others? Yes, all the time. Do you often worry about you? No, I don't really care, honestly. I know that sounds terrible, but no, I'll be fine at the end of the day. Have you ever trusted someone entirely without question? I don't. Entirely without question? I don't think so. Would you consider yourself to be emotional? I don't think so, overall. Do you ever feel the presence of someone in the room with you, even when you're alone? Do you ever... Like, I think I have before. Do you believe that everything in life will work out exactly the way it's supposed to? No. Do you ever hear random knocking noises around you? Yeah, but I know it's like just the house. Give me that journal page, the sweet, sweet journal page. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Torn journal page there. I got the hiccups now for... Oh, it's you. Butterbuggy, what you doing up here? Small ritual also lays on the dirty floor. A coin sit among the candles, all surrounding the picture of a mirror. Among the coins, you notice there's one in particular that's only a half a coin. Take the coin? Why would I want half a coin? Sure. The left half of a... I don't know what that ruckus was. Oh, give me that sweet, 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 sweet crystalline petal. Bro, you'll be alright. Hey. Are you okay, Butterbuggy? Oh, yeah. Yeah, we already talked to you, Butterbuggy. You're okay. Ah, Mr. Bones! You've come across the skeletal remains of what appears to be a recent snack for some voracious creature. Torn pieces of flesh cling to the bones, but there's not much left of the corpse to inspect. The bloody remains emit a great deal of warmth, which suggests this unfortunate victim was eaten while they were still alive. Most likely within mere minutes of your arrival at this chamber. Okay. Her eyes fixate on you. Lay a token. Sure, here you go. Voice echo in your mind. Character and reputation are two different things. Pay attention to your character, for that is what you are. Your reputation, however, is what others think you are. You'd be wise to pay attention to the difference. Okay. Well, as much as everything screams at me not to go into this door, I'm gonna be brave. We're gonna charge on through here. I don't want the leftovers. No. No. Oh. A putrid stench emanating from somewhere in this room permeates your nostrils and makes you retch violently. Why did I come in this room? Sure, we'll just fill out questions in the stank. Would you consider yourself to be reserved? Not really. Would you consider yourself to be unstable at times? No. Do you ever feel like you're constantly having to defend yourself to others? No. Have you ever stood up for someone Have you ever stood up for someone who you probably shouldn't have? I don't remember what I thought of last time, but I thought I hit yes. I forgot the example if I did hit yes. I don't think so. I can't think of the example if I hit yes. Have you ever stood up... Has anyone ever stood up for you in times where you were in the wrong? Yeah. Would you give your life to save someone else's even if that person might not deserve it? If they don't deserve it? Are they a murderer, killer, hunter, killer? Oh, my mind always jumps to murderer. No, if like they're a murderer, fuck it. Do you value other people's happiness over your own? It's not a healthy thing, but yes. Would you consider yourself to be selfish at times? At times, yes. Would you consider yourself to be selfless at times? At times, yes. Do you ever feel like others judge you without getting to know you? Absolutely. Hi, Butterbuggy. Butterbuggy, you coming to see me? Do you typically make friends with people who are very similar to you? Oh, he came and gave me a smooch. Would you consider yourself to be a loner? Probably, for the most part. Would you consider yourself to be shallow at times? Probably. Do you ever judge a book by its cover? Yeah, probably. Like, even knowing that, like, this thing or this person may not be that way, I mean, it just is. No, I don't feel manic. I think, give me that sweet, sweet journal page. Am I near Gundorada Workshop? Why do I hear, like, stuff being worked on in the back? Oh. A rotting plate of God knows what sits on a filthy, blood-splattered floor. Maggots crawl in and out of the rotting refuse, and flies swarm in a heap. Okay, I'm just gonna... Okay. An old dusty clock sits on the wall. It exhibits a reflection of the room. However, you cannot see your own for some reason. The clock holds is the 3, 2, 1. What happens if I choose the other one? What difference does it make? Out of curiosity. Oh, I already decided to leave it alone. Oh, there's a wooden grave marker tethered with rope sits before you. Read it. Rest in peace, envy. Jealousy and envy are our internal consciousness and confession of our own inferiority, and an admittance of another's superiority for what we feel we ourselves are lacking within us. It's not wrong. Is that what I'm doing? Is going through and killing the 7 deadly sins? Is that a peeing bucket? I don't want a pee bucket. That's okay. Add it to the collection. I love me collecting stuff. I don't know how many more of those there are. Wooden chest, it's changed shut. Handprint appears to carve to each side along with a set of words. 2 words are as follows. Food and water. This one's a little more necessary, so I'll take that one. You get a bottle of water. Should have guessed. Should have guessed that. There's a... Oh, that's a chamber pot. It's not a well. A decrepit wooden bucket sits on the dirty floor. There's a note sitting at the bottom of the bucket. Upon further examination, you notice a crude dagger alongside the note. The note itself reads, "No sacrifice, no entry." Excuse me, but there's 2 doors and there's a... Holy cow. There's 2 doors and a sacrificial bucket. I'm going to skip the self-harm. I'm going to go through the left door yet again. Oh, I can't go through the left door yet. Would you like to open? Okay. Okay, I'll go. Excuse me, Butterbuggy. It seems I have no choice. Dagger makes a clink noise as it hits something hard at the bottom of the bucket. Reach into the bucket and receive the object. Wisdom token. Kerclunk. There you go. That's better. I'll go with my original gut feeling. Yeah. Kerchunk? Yeah, I kind of gathered that. You hear the sound of small critters scurrying about in the darkness corners of the room. Hey, Butterbuggy. Small shard of... Ooh. Oh, gotta leave him. What was the shiny thing? There was shiny thing. What do you say, old clock? It's falling apart. 12:30 hat. Twinkling light radiates from the... It's almost entirely covered with sticks, leaves, and other debris that most likely collected by a small critter of sorts. Thanks. I love the crystalline petals. Okay. Ooh, hey. Excuse me. What appears to be a small opening in the bottom of the corner of the stone wall. Take a peek! You hear the squeaking of a small critter hiding in the darkness. It doesn't appear to want to come out, and your hand is much too large to fit in A loud crashing noise can be heard, along with what sounds like the cries of an unknown creature somewhere in the room. Butterbuggy, was that you? That was Butterbuggy. You stop making that noise, Butterbuggy. Alright, here's more questions. Bring it on. Have you ever feared that what may lurk in the dark as you're trying to sleep at night? I mean, again, with the have you ever, that's a lifetime, so yeah. Do you ever find that you get bored easily when you're on your own? No, not at all. Do you often find ways to keep yourself entertained? Absolutely. Would you say that you're someone who enjoys their own company? I kind of have a unique circumstance on that because I'm like talking to a camera. I don't really think about that. I guess. I mean, it's just another way of saying you like to be alone. Do you typically get along well with others? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be stubborn? A little bit. Would you consider yourself to be argumentative? Not really. Are you usually right when it comes to disagreements? Not always. But I usually think I'm right. That's the whole point of arguing. But it says usually, not always. Would you consider yourself to be egotistical at times? No. I don't think so. Have you ever had an inflated opinion of yourself? No. Have you ever had a low... Yes, absolutely. Do you typically have a low opinion of others? No. Does meeting new people make you anxious if they're super cute? Sometimes. But no, not so much anymore anyway. Have you ever fantasized about living in a world all by yourself? No, I don't think I've ever fantasized about that. It'd be kind of boring. Would you consider yourself to be the center of your own universe? No, I haven't considered that. Not really, I guess. Have you finished thinking this stuff and give me that page? Hey, Goddess, you want a token? You want this half a token? I don't even know if I have a token, to be honest. Thanks, Watcher. Stone said the women that she holds a glass shard in it. Shard of glass in her hands? Why do you have that? There you go. Understanding requires much more depth than knowledge. Perhaps many know you, but how many understand you? Alright, I'm gonna go investigate. Okay, the doors are unlocked, but what the hell's going on here? The mirror on the wall seems to have been shattered by some unknown entity. I'm gonna keep tempting fate. I'm gonna go through the monster door. Faint sound of music can be heard coming from somewhere in the room. Oh, he's a musician. I didn't know the evil monster was a musician. I don't even know if it's evil. Maybe it's just, maybe it ate a Sasquatch. Take the object. Of course you take the object. Crystalline petal. She loves me! Pile of bones rest carefully stuffed into the broken stone wall. Various insects and critters scurry between the skeletal remains of some poor unfortunate soul. Among the bones, an old, worn, tattered piece of parchment rests crumpled and rolled. I'm curious. Reach into the wall and wrap your fingers around the parchment before quickly yanking it out. Treasure map! Hot diggity! Hey, Butterbuggy. How you doing? Its wings are caked in a clay-like something. Well, it can still get around, so I'm going to leave it alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Okay, here we go yet again. Do you ever take dangerous and unnecessary risks, even when the reward probably isn't worth the consequences? No, as you get older, no. Do you ever do things for the thrill or the adrenaline rush it gives you? Yeah, but I'm not an adrenaline junkie like skydiving and stuff like that, but just small spots of getting out of my comfort zone. Do you know that if you knew that your death would be the fault of your significant other, and the only way to avoid your death was to break the contact with them forever? Wow. If you knew that your death would be the fault of your significant other, and the only way to avoid your death was to break contact... Oh my god. I mean, I don't have a significant other right now, so it's a little easier in that regard. Like, if you... I think I would have to. If you could know the death dates of everyone you care... No. Would you consider yourself to be a jealous person? No. Would you consider yourself to be insecure at times? At times. Would you say you do well under pressure? Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever considered leaving Earth forever? I don't know what else is out there. Do you ever pray? No. If you could travel back to a previous period in time, would you? Sure, why not? If you could fast forward your life without having to currently live it, would you? No, it's short enough as it is. Do you believe in true evil? No. It's better to kill than be killed. I suppose so. I would say, I guess. Is there someone in your life that you currently fear? I don't think so, no. To your knowledge, has anyone ever been afraid of you? Probably. Again, going way, way back, but... Sweet, sweet Paige, sweet, sweet, sweet Paige. Sweet, sweet Paige, sweet Paige. Sorry. Just jamming out. Ah, good! Another latrine. I gotta talk to every clock, and I don't know why. A note appears to be carved in the bottom of the clock's having to stop at 3:45. I don't know if that means something. Is it a spittoon? I hope it's a spittoon. And the bottom appears to be shrouded in darkness. I'm gonna go Zelda on this. There's a wisdom token. Awesome. Oh, let me play the organ. An old organ rests against a stone wall. It's caked in thick cobwebs. Spiders skitter quickly across the keys. Jam sesh. As you continue to play the notes, you hear a distant sound of a violin playing along with you, coming from somewhere in the darkness. Butterbuggy, is that you? Butterbuggy! You're a creature of many talents. No, I don't want to play it again. I'm good. I'm good. Let's change doors this time. For no reason in particular. Ah! La biblioteca. Que bueno. The distinct aroma of old, musty books sweeps across the room. Cobwebs envelop the old tomes, and many of the pages no longer remain intact. There appears to be one book left on the shelf that's in noteworthy condition, and it just might be legible. Read the book. Flip through a few pages in the well-kept book until stopping on a page with something of interest to you. It appears to be a handwritten page of some sort, perhaps a journal or diary. Perhaps it's just an open letter to anyone who may find it. It reads as follows. I don't know who is going to read this. Hell, I barely touched anything in this place since I got here. A few things I've come to realize since I've been trapped in these halls. For starters, it appears that there are foul magics at play here. I found grisly ritualistic altars, human sacrifices, half-eaten corpses, mass graves of nameless bones, and worse, if you can imagine worse, that is. I've also met a few other wanderers in my journey through these halls. I've shared a few words and have had some knowledge bestowed upon me. I helped a woman escape from a grotesque abomination, only to find out she was a witch with a hankering for human flesh. No one and no thing here is to be trusted under any circumstances. And to be quite honest, the longer I spend within the testing chamber, the more I can understand why. From what I understand, the only way out of this place is to find a sacred mirror of some sort. Without the mirror, our souls are lost forever in purgatory, doomed to endlessly wander these halls for eternity. Many come seeking answers, few make it out alive. It I've yet to see anyone survive here longer than a day or two, and I'm beginning to think that I'll be no exception. Through constant exploration and a ruthless amount of digging, my studies have led me to a conclusion that this place is originally built to keep the souls of the damned from escaping their eternal prison. But whoever built this place wanted something good to come from their presence. Other wanderers I've spoken to believe that the souls who are trapped here are meant to offer wisdom and guidance based upon the mistakes of their past lives. A veiled woman used to wander these halls until she turned to stone, but then she served as a caretaker, guiding light in the darkness for quite some time before she crossed paths with one of the worst entities that roam the halls. Some claim that not everything here is evil. I'm not so sure about that. I was told if I came here, I would gain the answers I sought. I don't know if that's a possibility at this point. My skin has begun to rot off my bones, and I don't know how much longer I can last in this journey through what I can only describe as a living hell. To be quite honest with you, I don't even know if I'm still alive anymore, and if I am, I don't know how much longer that's meant to last. Signed, Alfred Wanderer. Alfred, you gotta oh, I didn't even see the grave on the side. Okay. Hello? It's really dark in here now that the sun is completely down. Saw a little flash of light and that freaked me out. A wooden grave tethered, like I know it was my eyes playing a trick on me, but... Here rests gluttony. Some feel as though gluttony is a trait of the self-serving, who disregard what actions may doom for others. Gluttony is also an escape from reality that's consuming one from within. Did the original gravestone disappear like that? What are you gonna say? 456? 1111111. Books on the shelf covered with ash and soot. It looks as though they barely survived a fire at one point in time. One book in particular seems to be unburnt. As a matter of fact, it doesn't even look like it belongs in the shelf. What would you like to do? Read the book? Flip through pages of the mysterious unburnt book until stopping on a page covered in images of butterflies. There are various depictions of human-like figures morphing into small critters. Their arms, legs shrink, their torsos turn into smaller... Oh. The book has a detailed passage about various things you might consider in the testing chamber. It reads as follows. Oh dear. To the trapped souls who seek vindication and absolution, read on. If you believe that your soul has been wrongfully kept within these confines of the testing chamber, you may undergo the trials of wisdom in an attempt to free yourself from these halls and relinquish all captivity, severing the bonds that shackle you to this prison. One of the first steps in this process is finding an old hag that wanders these halls and paying tribute of her choosing. Once the hag has agreed to assist you, she will bestow upon you a transmogrification spell, which will turn you into a creature of your choosing. Many choose to become butterflies as it's easier to get around, and you can make yourself more or less noticeable by sticking to the shadows, only venturing to light when deemed necessary. This also allows you to keep yourself out of range of threats from down below, as most of the entities that wander these halls do so by foot. Once the transmogrification has taken full effect, you must seek out a wanderer and offer your life to them. If the wanderer accepts, you must bestow upon them a blessing of knowledge may aid them in their journey. If the watcher deems your blessing worthy of your freedom, then your soul shall forever be freed from the testing chamber. Where your soul travels after this process is complete is still unknown, but one thing is for certain. No soul who has ever left these halls has ever returned. Thanks, Alice. Like Alice in Wonderland, Alice? Perhaps? Perhaps? I'm, like, afraid to hit escape because I don't want it to accidentally close the game. Close the book and carefully slide it back into place on the bookshelf. Is there going to be a book in every one of these? The wood used to build on these shelves seemingly there's had rotted before the shelves were constructed. The books themselves are not much better condition. Shelves packed with dusty old books line the walls of the room. None of the books seem to be written in a language you've seen before. Well, that narrows it down. Some of these books almost look familiar to you. Perhaps they're alternate versions of something you've read before. Something doesn't feel right about the books that rest on the shelves before you. It's almost like they're not quite what they seem. Perhaps they're not even books at all. The hell is that supposed to mean? I don't care for that. Oh, hey, there's the lady. Oh, I love a chest. What are our handprints this time? 2 words are as follows. They are offensive and defensive. Best offense is a good defense. You got a football helmet. Oh. You will live with your decision whether you like it or not, Wanderer. Go crystalline petal. Love it. Hey, she loves me not. I talked to Butterbuggy, right? Oh, I didn't even do... Did I? I didn't do the question. Oh, God, that was all reading. Oh, dear. Would you consider yourself to be a gambler? No, I don't really care for gambling. Would you consider yourself to be a confident individual? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be more or less independent? Yeah. Would you consider yourself to be attractive? No. If you could implant a microchip into your hand that would replace all handheld electronic devices that you currently use, and your hand would act as a substitute for anything and everything you could need in that regard, would you do it? If it's just... maybe. If you could implant a microchip into your hand that would replace all handheld electronics that you currently use, your hand would act as a substitute for anything and everything you could need in that regard. Sure, what the hell? Do you lie to people on a daily basis? No. Have you ever been afraid of suffocating? Yeah. Have you ever been afraid of someone breaking into your home and harming your animal? I don't have animals, so. Are you confident in your ability to defend yourself if need be? Probably. Would you fight against insurmountable odds in order to protect a stranger's life from those who sought to wrongfully do them harm? Honestly, if there was a gigantic mob, like, coming for one person, like, what would I do in that situation? Just get killed, and then they're gonna get murdered anyway. It sounds bad, but I probably wouldn't. Would you consider yourself to be materialistic? No. Do your friends often share similar sets of morals and values to your own? Like the same general things, yeah, but we're all kind of different. Do your friends often share your same interests, dreams, and ambitions in life? Not really. We're all different. If you can't beat them, join them. I think that's how, like, very terrible organizations come to be. So, do you believe the idea of soulmates? No. Unfortunately, no. Okay. Alright, Goddess, I think I would assume I still have a token of wisdom for you. Kerchunk. Thanks, Watcher. Are you a red-eye Watcher? She has an old leather-bound book brightly depressed against her bosom. Okay. Here you go. What have you got to say? Thanks, Butterbuggy. Others will always treat you in a way which you decide to let them. If you wish to be treated differently, then show them what behaviors you will and will not accept. Yeah, that's decent life advice. Your mark has been left. Do I want to go in the treasure route or the quiz? Let's go to the quiz route. I don't think that really has any bearing. This is different. A bright sunlight burns your eyes and then causes brief but blinding headache. Out of the darkness into the light. Enjoy the warmth while it lasts. There's a kitty! But you go right to the kitty. Small a cat-like creature wandering aimlessly. This one's gonna be Tibby Tib. Foxy. Not even close. Reach down and inspect the tag. Her name's read Foxy. Meow. Oh, you got a deeper meow. What a cutie. Tree has been seeing better days and it seems desperate in need of water. I might be able to help you with that. All the best around the appears to be functioning and equipped with all the necessities to gather water. You peer down in the well. You see a reflecting light within the darkness. Raise it. I mean, the bucket's already up, I thought. You can raise the bucket from the well to raise the pulley. Snap! I don't want a golden loot. What am I going to do with a golden loot? It appears to be functioning. Yeah, okay. I thought I could grab the... Oh, here's that little... Water seems to run cold and fresh from the mountainside. Hey. What is this? A note is pinned to the bulletin board. It reads as follows. Oh, dear. You don't have to stay, but you don't have to go. You could survive here forever. You at least deserve to know. The fruit is safe to eat, the water is fresh as can be, and if you choose to stick around, you're in good company with Foxy and a butterbuggy. What's wrong with this tree? The tree has managed to flourish in spite of its environment. Water runs cleanly beside the tree, offering much-needed sustenance. I didn't see this tree down here. The tree has managed to survive the desert heat. It provides relaxing shade underneath its branches and leaves. Butterbuggy, how you doing? A butterfly rests near you. The color radiates vibrant and pleasing to the eye. Okay. Beautiful green leaves are brightly healthy for the desert plant. Can I get some water? Foxy, excuse me, buddy. Cactus! Desert cactus is covered in thick thorns. It's probably wise not to touch it. Bright red, ripe, and sweet fruit to those hungry enough to take a bite. I'm okay right now. Old journal, here we go. Here it is. Here it is. Big, hard questions. Do you ever wish life could be free of drama? Sometimes. If you could leave your current life to live in paradise, would you do it? Probably not. Would you ever live in a place where crime was commonplace and it was up to you to constantly have... Why would I choose to live there? That's like not even any sort of a good option. There's no like, but you would get $1 billion or anything. If you discovered that when you were conceived, you were one of 4 identical embryos who look, talk, and act just like you, would you ever... Hell yeah. Would you consider yourself the most honest person you know? The most honest? Probably not. People are strange when you're a stranger. People are strange when you're a stranger. Technically, yeah, because people aren't being themselves usually when they first meet you. So you could argue that. Do you believe that one should always stand for what they believe in, regardless of the consequences? That's a tough question, too. I'm going to say no on that one. Have you ever caused someone to have a near-death experience? God, no. Would you play Russian roulette for a chance at 10... You don't have to put dollars if you put the dollar sign, because the dollar sign means dollars. So it says $10 million dollars. But if you win, you walk away with the money. If you refuse to play, your net worth immediately becomes 0, and you lose everything you've worked for. It's not worth death. You oftentimes are afraid of change. Not often. In some cases. Do you suffer from pain on a daily basis? Not on a daily basis. Right now my neck hurts. Have you ever wished that you couldn't feel pain? Yeah, who wouldn't wish that? If you could grow wings and fly far away, would you? I'd have to come back, but yeah, sure. Do you ever feel invisible to the world? No. If the things you owned and what you purchased had no bearing on what people thought of you, would you choose to spend your money differently? No, because I kind of do that already. Thanks, Desert Page. You rule. Can I give that? That, ooh. I don't know why there's random hiccuburps. A winged totem stands tall before you. An orb of crystal absorbs sunlight and produces an incredible amount of heat, glistening and gleaming brightly. I'm going to look into this one. You gaze upon the orb and peer deeply into the glass. Something beneath the orb glitters in the sunlight. Wisdom token. Cool. Door unlocking. Well, that looks like you can go back. I kind of like the desert area. Sure. Kerchunk. Oh. Oh. Oh, bollocks. You find yourself back in the cold depths of a long-forgotten chambers once more. And into the darkness you shall return. Thanks, autosave. This game is a lot longer than I thought it would be. A decrepit leather chair sits in front of a cracked wooden table. In the seat of the chair rests a pool of blood that seems fresh and tacky, as if someone injured sat there just recently. Clay pot with an assortment of flowers rest on the table. After inspecting the coagulated soil, it seems as though the flowers are being watered with blood. I would assume that wouldn't work, would it? Worms writhe and wriggle beneath the dirt of the bloody flower stems. They seem to be feeding off chunks of flesh and bone within the soil itself. Two. Oh, close. I'm waiting for one to say a time that doesn't exist. Oh. Oh, no, that's fine. Would you consider yourself to have a chaotic personality? No. Would you consider yourself to be a passionate person? Overall, no. Would you consider yourself to be a gentle soul? Kinda. Not far above 50%. Would you consider yourself to be kind? Yeah. To your knowledge, has anyone ever hated you? Oh, definitely. Have you ever truly hated someone else? I think that's a normal thing. Forgive, but never forget. Yeah, I could agree with that. Everything happens for a reason. I don't believe in that. Do you believe that war is sometimes necessary? Yes. If your mother was in terrible pain, bedridden, and only weeks from an inevitable death, and she begged you to end her suffering, would you find a way to assist her? If that's what she wanted, probably. Like, obviously she's dying, and then that... Do you ever take a step back to reflect on where you're headed in life? Not often enough, if I ever do. Have you ever experienced what most would consider a severe bout of rage? Ever experienced? Yeah. Would you ever consider yourself to be a good judge of character? For the most part. Do you ever feel uneasy for no particular reason? Yes. Do you have any long-term goals? And if so, do you have a plan in place in order to accomplish them? Not really. I just kind of go with the flow. Whatever do happen, do happen. Okay. Ah, sweet, sweet torn journal page. Thanks. What's with the grumbling and knocking and... Butterbuggy! Now I think these are all... She loves me. Okay. Small butterfly flowers. Near you, it's covered in soil. What would you like to do? I'm going to leave him be. Stuff is still available when it stands before you. Your fingers are caked in wet soil and a pile of worms rest at her feet. She can have a token. There you go. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. The grass is greener wherever you decide to water it. That is hard facts. Hard facts. Pot of flowers sits on the wooden table. The flower pot seems tilted slightly. It's sitting on top of something and providing a lack of balance. What's under there? Lift the floor slightly. A small coin is wedged. There. I got another one. You want another one? Oh, you want two? Let's take the right door this time. Kerchunk. A silent prayer. For the first time since wandering these halls and chambers, you get a sense of peace from being in this room. Oh, good. Absolutely good. Does that mean it's going to be nice questions? It'll be nice question. Do you like to pet kitties? Do you think about death often? No. Do you believe you're going to live a long, eventful life? No. Do you ever talk to... Oh, I'm doing it now. Have you ever witnessed an event you just couldn't explain? Yeah, I guess. I mean, it doesn't mean it's like supernatural, but it's just things I don't understand. Have you ever had the fear or suspicion that someone was living inside of your house? No. Do you ever sleep with your feet hanging off the edge of the bed? No. Have you ever considered that you might be crazy and just don't know it? No. Does the thought of an afterlife bother you or make you feel uneasy? No. Does the thought that there might not be anything after life bother you? No. Would you be willing to give up sex or masturbation for a year if it meant gaining deeper sense of peace in the end? For a year? Absolutely. Would you consider yourself to be easily manipulated at times? Yeah. Ever felt like you're being followed when no one was there? I don't think so. Humans are the most dangerous thing on the planet. Probably. Would you consider yourself to be a dangerous person? No. Sweet, sweet Paige! Thanks, bro. Epic. Hey, Butterbuggy. I want to take a look at something very, very quickly. Okay. I wanted to look at play times on reviews real quick. They're roughly about 2 hours to 3 hours. So I'll just finish it. She loves me not. Old wooden chest. I love a good wooden chest. 2 words are as follows. Blessing and curse. Why would I want to curse? You've acquired the golden crucifix. Ask and ye shall receive, wanderer. I'd like some holy crystals and dark cloud too. Can I get some holy crystals? Old clocks, the words "pray with me" are carved in the bottom of the clock's case. The end of the clock stopped frozen at 10 o'clock. Old oak barrel says, you listen closely, a knocking seems to be coming from within the barrel. We're going Zelda on it. No, hold on, knock on the barrel. How does that work? I should have just murdered it. You probably get a token either way. A large golden statue sits atop the stone monument in the corner of the room. It radiates a pure positive energy that draws you in and brings you comfort. If you could pray for anything at all, what would you beg your god? What would you beg of your gods, wanderer? Would you like to pray at the mysterious altar? Yeah. This one jumps out at me. Like, I'm assuming this is, like, in-game, not real life. You kneel before the altar, shut your eyes, and meld into the blackness of the room, and recite a prayer in your head. Who the hell casted Solar Beam on me? A sense of peace washes over you, and you feel everything is going to be alright. Yeah. Did I talk to Butterbuggy? It has a crew visit. Oh, I didn't talk to Butterbuggy. No, you're staying there, Butterbuggy. Sorry. Sure. The hills of the Ugh, I don't like the Harvester. Thanks, I hate the Harvester. Whatever positive feelings of warmth or comfort you initially felt in the previous room, you feel the polar opposite here. I don't care for that. Ah, literal bloodbath. Extremely clean. An extremely keen blade rests on a tray atop the table. Alongside the blade rests a slab of meat with a bite taken out of it. Upon further inspection, it appears to be a kidney. Ice-cold, bloodied water fills the tub in the corner. The blood surrounding the tub feels warm, wet, and fresh. Why would I reach into the tub? You reach your hand into the water and sift through the thick, mucousy water. Feel something small inside. Of course there's a wisdom token in there. Why would there not be a wisdom token? There's a grave. Here rests wrath. One's wrath may be a burden upon one's very soul, but not upon the soul in which wrath is sought to be placed. For if we were to set out for a plot of vengeance and retribution, we must first dig 2 graves before we begin our journey forward. Okay. Give me them questions. Would you consider yourself to be a highly accomplished individual? Not at all. Would you say you sometimes lack motivation? Yes. Would you say that you sometimes lack discipline? Absolutely. Have you ever faked your own confidence level and pretended to be more confident than you actually are? Definitely. Have you ever had the regret of keeping someone in your life for too long? Yeah. Would you say that you have a tendency to hide your true emotions from people? And it's kind of a bro thing. It's stupid, but yeah. Are you afraid of what others might think of you if they all knew your deepest, darkest secrets? Probably. Have you ever lived in constant state of dread, just wondering when the next horrible event was going to take place in your life? No, I don't think so. Have you ever used a substance or activity to mask your pain or avoid reality? Oh, probably. I'm sitting in the dark, so it's making me yawn. Probably I used an activity of gaming. If you knew exactly what you had to do in order to become the best version of yourself, but it would take constant hard work, determination, discipline, and sacrifice. If I knew exactly... Ooh, I think so. Is that my honest answer to that, though? Ideally, that's what I would strive for, but... would I be willing to do the constant work? I think so. I think I would lean towards yes on that. Are you comfortable with the idea of living a life of mediocrity? Yeah, that's fine with me. Do you believe that for one reason or another, for better or for worse, most people don't deserve you or what you bring to their life? No. If you and your significant other were actively witnessing a heinous and tragic act of violence taking place right in front of you, would you risk the life of your significant other to intervene, knowing that at any point the assailants could turn on both of you? I don't think I could. If you were in a survival situation with your best friend and only one of you could make it out alive. If you're in that situation, your brain isn't even going to be thinking of your friend. Like if like a cheetah or a bear or something was following you, wanting to eat them, realistically, Once your brain goes into survival mode, you're not even going to consider them. Realistically, probably, yes. Or I think I answered that right. Or the way I said it. If you could give up your current life in order to pursue your greatest goals and dreams with the highest chance of immediate success, would you? I mean, that's connected with what I'm doing now. And I don't mind how things are. Oh, my butt. Oh, where's that wish thing? I need a chair that doesn't murder my tailbone. And realign my spine in ways spines are not supposed to be aligned. Hey, Butterbuggy, I talked to you. I think you had the cross. Appears to be a very small incision. Why? Leave it alone. I'll talk to the clock again, because why not? The word help? 6:54. They're all in... Okay. They're all in a sequential order. Yeah, sure. Give me that. Do it. She loves me. She holds a bloody... Yeah, hey. No. I don't trust this one. I'm gonna go... Okay, you have to give her the toe. Okay, well, alright then. Why are you holding a bloody heart? While others are thinking, you should be doing. Thanks, heart lady. Sound of a door unlocking. We're gonna smash through the clock door. The Pit of Fools! My favorite pit. That's why I'm in it. Something calls to you and pulls at your very soul. It almost feels like something in this room is begging you for help. One table sits in the middle of the entryway to the chamber. It's coated in a thick layer of dust, and within the dust there sits an imprint of an object that has seemingly been removed. Hey, Butterbuggy! Seems to be covered in a white, dusty powder. I'm gonna leave it alone. Stay consistent, for the most part. Debris on the ground upon closer inspection. The debris is a mixture of small finger bones and stone. How would you figure that out, that they're finger bones? Thanks. She loves me not. Eventually I have to stop taking those. Some joint made from thick animal skin. Yeah. Fill in the answers. Fill them in! We all have our demons. Yes. Have you ever felt dead inside? Not really dead inside. I don't think that's the right word for it. Have you ever thought about murdering someone? Probably. Who hasn't? Have you ever felt suicidal? Absolutely. Have you ever had if you had an incurable disease, would you intentionally transmit it to someone you Why the hell would I do that? If you had 3 wishes, would you give one away? I don't think so. Would you consider yourself to be controlling? No. Do you believe that your life is the greatest... Like my life compared to others, or just like me living is of the greatest importance to myself? I'm going to assume it's this latter. Do you believe that your fate is predetermined? No. Do you believe that our thoughts can manifest into reality? Sometimes. Would you consider yourself to be optimistic? Yeah, I think so. Pessimistic at times, yes. Have you ever wondered if you are already dead and just didn't know it? No. Have you ever felt physically restrained or held down by an unseen force? No. Do you believe that you have a soul? No. Okay. Shoo, 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 shoo. Shoo, shoo, shoo. Thanks. I've got so many journal pages. I thought I would use those words. Oh, dear God. Thanks, I hate Bony Pit. Pit of skulls and assorted bones rest beneath the floor. You hear faint whisperings coming from the pit, calling out to you. Sure. You dig through the bones and find 2 skulls that seem to be emanating a large amount of energy, almost as if they're calling to you. As you hold the skulls in your hands, the whispering you once heard has grown silent. That's it? No, you got no more to say on that, huh? Okay. That's interesting. Cracked stone platform rests in the corner. It seems to be an indentation where something once sat in the middle of the platform. You place a skull on the monument. It fits perfectly, as if it's finally resting where it belongs. Well, you might as well put the other one there. Oh, the doggo. A place for everything. Okay, we doing 5S? Is that what we doing? I don't want to 5S the underverse. Thank you, though. Okay. A dusty old clock sits at the wall. There appears to be a piece of rotten flesh inside the case of the clock. Maggots have begun to infest the remnants of whatever rests inside. The hands of the clock have been snapped in half. Oh, dear. A bloody birthday cake sits on the dirty floor. The candles have been lit and already snuffed out. I am not going to eat the bloody floor cake, but I'll dig into it. Round and hard. You found a boner. Or a wisdom token. Whichever. What's the difference, really? Oh, hi. You were not like that before. Can't quite make out, no matter how closely you listen. When you try to move the skull, it won't budge. All of the candles have been lit and burnt halfway, except for one, which remains pristine. Is it going to let me? You reach out and grab the unlit candle. A powdery substance coats your fingers. Ugh. Is that a thing you can do? I'm not going to go through the horrible skull. Actually, screw it. Let's go through the horrible skull door. A way out. I haven't seen a cat in a while. You hear the shuffling of feet in the darkest parts of the room, just out of reach of firelight. You get the sense something very bad has transpired here. Oh, for God's sake. Blood-splattered statue of an angel stands before you, pressing her hands together, with her head hung low in deep prayer. As you stand near her, you can hear faint whispering coming from the statue. It briefly looks as though the statue's lips are moving, as if the angel is mumbling to herself. But the longer you stare, the more silent and still the statue grows. Blood-splattered statue of an angel sits with her eyes fixated on a blade sitting in blood, resting atop the stone table. It almost seems as though the angel's eyes shift and look at you for a brief moment. But perhaps your eyes are merely playing cruel tricks. Dull iron blade sits in blood, resting atop a stone table. There's certain darkness that emanates from the blade, and it gives off a very negative energy. You get the sense that this blade was not used for the best of intentions. Parchment and quill rest before the table. There appears to be a note left from the previous visitor. What do you want to do? I will take a read. If you're reading this, then it's already too late for me. I should have heeded the warning of the note I found earlier. I can't take it anymore. I shouldn't be here. No one should be here. This place does things to you. It distorts your mind. It drives you to do things. Things a good soul would never do. Oh, the things I've done. Oh, God, please. Forgive me for the awful things I've done. I should have listened, and now there's only one thing left to do. There's only one way out of this hell. And it knows, too, the watchful one, the monster in the walls. It just knows when we're about to break, and it provides an exit for us. It provides our way out just when we can't take any more. I will take my exit now. I'll find solace in knowing that my selfishness, my greed, will not go unpunished. I will atone for all I've done, all of those I've hurt, and search for answers of self. I will take my leave and pray that my soul finds its way out of the wretched chambers once and for all. Signed, Just Another Wanderer. Oh, you can speed this one up. Okay. Alright, bro. Cool story, bro. Okay, what do we got? Handprint appears to be carved on each side. 2 words are as follows. Rags and riches. Riches. You've gained holy crystals. Oh, well, guess we'll get the spider lady. Just as poor as you were beginning of the journey of the wander, even a pocket full of gold. Yeah. Old dusty clock. Fingers of stopping. What? You already did that. More questions. Do you love yourself? Oh, God. I'm really trying. Have you ever hated yourself? Yeah, absolutely. Have you ever wished that you had never been born? Yes. Do you ever get chills up your spine when someone walks behind you? I don't think so. Have you ever watched someone die? No. Have you ever stolen something personal from someone and then returned it without them knowing? No. Do you always lock the doors to your home? Yeah. Do you sleep with a window open? It's 40 degrees out. Currently, no. Would you add a decade onto your life if it meant taking a decade off the lifespan of a random individual? No. Like if you knew that? Have you ever felt like someone was watching you through your window? No. Do you ever wish that someone you hated would die? Again, ever? Like, that's teenager shit. Do you ever fear the possibility of permanently losing your memory? Actually, yeah, definitely. Would you consider yourself to be a good person? I really hope so. Do you consider yourself to be a bad person? No, not overall. Have you ever felt like maybe you're not a person at all? Am I a nun? Is this where you're going with this? That's actually nuns are people. Never mind. It's neither here nor there. Just forget it. Just forget it. Kerchunk. Thanks. Oh, God. Hey, Butter Boogie. While Robin flutters near you, it's holding an eye. Why are you holding it? Where did you get an eyeball? Put that down, Butter Buggy. How many of the... Why is it stuck inside a severed toe? Anybody lose a toe? She loves me not. She loves me. Was there I didn't see I feel like I haven't seen one of those graves in a minute. I seem to go left a lot. Let's go right a couple times. I don't know if it has any... Oh, I forgot to give the token to the homegirl. Firmly clamped around a human brain, squishing the tissue as gray matter pours forth and envelops her cold stone. Well, I have to do this, otherwise she won't open the door for me. If you believe you can do something, then chances are you can. If you believe you can't, well, then you're probably right about that too. Okay. Who is doing heavy construction? I hate this room immediately. As you open your eyes and gaze around the room, visions of childhood cloud your mind. Some memories bring back nostalgic bliss, whereas others bring you brief heartache and grief before you quickly flush the thoughts from your memory and continue onward. I hate this music. Open presents and unwrap, give the litter of the table. Each of them feel nearly weightless if all the boxes are empty. Blood-soaked gifts litter the table before you. Each box looks pristine, wrapped, and yet caked with dirt and blood. And begin to sparkle. Sparkle buggy. I want out of this room as quickly as possible. Tattered and old, the enemy blankets are on the table. They're warm in an otherwise cold room. Oh, God, I gotta answer questions with this music. I've had chills since I came into this room. I don't like it at all. Are you afraid of being forgotten? No. Have you ever heard voices in your head? Not like other people, my own. Do you have a habit of starting Yes. Would you say they get sick easily? No. Do you ever feel like things end poorly for you, even when you've been going right up until the end? No. Do you ever feel like life has been disappointing? Yeah, ever? Would you consider yourself to be a disappointment? Like to my family or to everybody? That's a different question. That's a different answer. I'll assume it means to my family. I'm going to say yes. Do you feel tired, drained, and like you wish you could just sleep forever? At the moment, no. Do you sometimes have difficulty going to sleep or even staying asleep? Yes. Do you ever wish you could be more productive? Yes. Do you ever suffer from intrusive thoughts that you just can't seem to flush out of your mind? Yes. Would you say that you've experienced many strained friendships or relationships in your lifetime? No. Have you ever felt like you're drawn towards people in life who just aren't good for you? Sometimes. Have you ever felt like you were living in a... Yes. I mean, I shifted that like 2 weeks ago, but wow. Have you ever just finished... Okay, well, hold on. Have you ever just wished things could be different? Yeah. Okay. I need to sit way more properly than I am. Okay, now the music is back definitely in my ears, so let's, I'm gonna... Oh, fuck me. Okay. Small ritualistic altar rests on the dirty floor. Coins sit among the candles, all surrounding a picture of a mirror. Among the coins, you notice one is... But is that the right half? Is it the right half? Oh, yes! I found it. I hate both of you so much. Inside the white appears to be a drowned fetus, rests stagnant and unmoving. The umbilical cord is still attached and hanging over the side of the basin. But why, though? Bucket of fetid flesh and blood overflows from the moldy, rotted wooden bucket. Inside the bucket appears to be afterbirth and the carved insides of what must have been a womb. I don't want anything to do with these dolls. It sucks. She loves me not. You'll be alright, buddy. Bleeding eyes, blood-soaked thighs, innocent cries, Dolly dies. Morbid sin, look within, next of kin, begin again. I don't want to pick up either doll. They're both terrible. The blue one seems a little less blood and death than the red one. Of course there is. They deserved every bit of that. I'm getting out of this room. I don't even care which door I leave. It doesn't matter. Let me out. The smell of iron stings your nostrils. You hear the sound of clanking of coins in the distance, and you catch a glimmer of something in the shadows out of the corner of your eye. Don't think I care for that. Mysterious altar stands before you. Upon the altar rests a tattered diary. The first page seems to be ripped out. Parchment material used in this diary seems familiar. Perhaps the missing page can be reconstructed if you were to find enough pieces. A demonic stone figure resides in front of you. It appears to have space for something at the base of the statue. Nah, I'm okay. Old dusty clock. Dried candle wax coats the hands within the clock's case. 333. Okay. I don't think the times really mean anything. You inquire the question of the violet crimson blood that sits in the book. Do you ever have dreams that you could swear are real? Yeah. In the past, when you felt positive or happy, have you ever experienced a sudden sense of negativity that just sucks all the happiness away instantly? Yeah. If you were camping alone in the woods at night and you heard a woman scream, would you investigate? First of all, I wouldn't go camping. I don't like camping. Probably. If you were alone in your home at night and suddenly heard the sound of a child laughing, yet there's no one to be found. Yeah, because it's just... That's actually happened before. If you were camping in the woods alone and something kept unzipping your tent, yet you couldn't seem to figure out what it was, would you continue to stay in the woods? That probably not. If you saw your neighbor putting a dead body in the trunk of their car, would you attempt to stop them? No, because if they're ready to murder that person, they're probably ready to murder me. I'd call the cops, though. If you were driving home at night and saw a naked woman on the side of the road covered in Jesus. If she's covered in blood, probably not. If you were fast asleep in your bed, only to be awakened by an unforeseen force grabbing you and shaking you violently, would you attempt to go back to sleep? I wouldn't be able to. If you were in an empty grocery store and a strange man appeared and suddenly started sprinting at you, would you turn and run? Probably. Probably. If you were home alone and sitting in the bathtub and suddenly the lights turned off and the bathroom door began to unlock and slowly swing open to reveal no one standing there, would you get dressed and leave your house immediately? Probably not. It'd be really weird, but if you had to resort to cannibalism in order to survive, do you think you could do it? I don't think I could do it, really. If you were stranded in a boat in the middle of the ocean, do you think you could survive long enough to be rescued? I think so. I like to think so. Have you ever thought what it would be like to burn to death? Yeah, I've thought about it. Would you consider yourself to be a morbid person? No. One final question remains on the page. It's emboldened and outlined in red. Are you satisfied? Yeah, I'm satisfied. When it really comes down to it, isn't it, Wanderer? Are you satisfied? Satisfaction is the death of desire, you know. Well, thanks, big-time optimistic bro. Final page of the journal is considerably torn. Thanks. Kerchunk? Not a Kerchunk. Butterbuggy, what you doing? Pentagram. No, I don't want the pentagram. Oh, I thought that might have been it. Sits before you. What would you do? Read it. Here rests greed. Greed is a hungry mouth with an insatiable appetite for more. In the absence of satisfaction for what one has, they will crave and they will continue to eat until they've dug their own graves with their teeth. All right, then. Massive golden chalice filled to the brim with gold coins rests. Upon further inspection, there appears to be an indentation at the base of the chalice that has been moved from its original location. Sure. Feels quite light, considering how large and full it is. Handprint appears on the side of the chest. Words of the day are future and present. Big future. Metal plank. Contents are yours for the taking. You've gained a Bristol crawl. Do you like what you see, Wanderer? Perhaps you're afraid of what you might see if you gaze a bit deeper. I want to leave it on. She loves me? I'm going to leave it on that. I don't know how many floors there could be. Why is this so purple? Her diary, the first page seemed to be ripped out. Parchment seems familiar. You begin to piece together each torn journal page you've collected in previous rooms to form a full diary page. Oh, hell. Final entry. An empty sky leaves your prayers in vain, a solemn swear through darkened window panes. We confess our sins of flesh and blood, for we're buried deep and swept away by flood. Our ashes carried in the midnight wind, a bitter vow we wish we could rescind. A fallacy of hope to raise our spirits high, for we're dropped below and left there to die. An appraisal of worth judged by our peers, a sign of affection as they wipe our tears. They bottle our blood and drink our sweat to build a future we don't deserve to get. And if the fires come to claim us all, the few brave souls that refuse to fall will echo through the walls of eternity to a future that the lowly won't rise to see. We chase the demons of the past to build a kingdom that will never last. Upon sweat and tears, blood and bone, we build a new place to call our home. Signed, The Madman. I think Alfred Wanderer and the Madman are the same person. What say you about that, old madman? You're simply mad. Okay. Okay. I'm assuming there's no more questions then. Hey, Butterbuggy. You're doing okay. Statue of the woman, a bloody coin rests between her fingers. Oh. Where do I put the chalice? Courage is not being fearless, for there is no courage with the absence of fear. Courage is being afraid, yet acting anyway. Are you a courageous soul? I'm getting so much wisdom, that's for absolute sure. What do I do with this chalice? Do I give it to the demon? The chalice runneth over with blood money. A single coin is left. Okay. It's unlike the others that sat amongst the coin and carried by a steady flow of blood. Oh no, we're getting all sorts of wisdom tokens. Oh good, I heard chanting. We're going to the left, I guess, this time. The Interrogation Room. You think you hear what sounds like someone flipping through pages in a heavy tome. You can't quite figure out where it's coming from, and you don't see anyone else in the room with you. Well, I can only see about 2 inches, so. One half of a noose rests on the table. The loop has been severed from the rope. The other half of the noose rests on this table. The rope has been severed from the loop. Okay. Butterbuggy, what you doing? Hey, Butterbuggy. Small butterfly rests near you. Tiny noose sits around the neck. I'm gonna leave it alone. It seems to have its own problems. Here rests pride. Pride will always come before a fall, and it will always create long distance between two close people. Pride seeks to break us from the inside, but I assure you, no one has ever choked from swallowing their pride. Envy, gluttony, greed, sloth, lust, wrath, and pride. All things that grow within, all these we cannot see and mustn't avoid entirely. They all have their place and each have their uses. Everything in life is about balance. Exceeding the bounds of moderation builds a tower upon an unstable foundation, and we shall watch our kingdoms crumble if we stack them too high and heavy with any one of these. Thanks. Why you make me glow, homie? Not interested, sir. Chain chest. The 2 words are as follows. We have knowledge and power. Let's go with knowledge. Big brain time. It's a book. The Book of Knowledge. Yes. It's an interesting choice. It's interesting that you'd make the choice like that, Wanderer, especially considering how they're essentially the same thing. Knowledge is power, is what they say. All stone plaque sits pressed against the wall. The chiseling has been lost to the test of time, and you can't quite make out what it was once meant to read. I'm going to leave that. Bloodsoaked journal sits atop the wooden table. It is a long list of questions. Oh, I thought we might be done, but we're not done. Do you feel a darkness inside you? I think everybody has a light and a dark. Have you ever felt like you were destined for more than where your life has taken you? No, not really. Have you ever been so afraid of the future that you just stopped trying to progress? I don't think so. Have you ever considered that you might have a fear of failure? I've considered that, yeah. Have you ever considered you might have a fear of success? Yes, I've considered that as well. Do you value honesty above all else? Wow. Honesty above all else. I don't think so. There are times where it's fine to lie. Do you have a set of morals that others might consider questionable? I don't think so. Do you follow your own moral code? Not always, but most of the time. Do you believe that standing in for what you believe in means standing alone? No. Are you afraid of where your life might take you in the next several years? No. Are you suffering inside right now at this particular moment? No. Do you ever wish that your words would fall onto ears that weren't so deaf? No. Do you ever feel like no one listens to you? Not lately. I said, do you ever? I need to take it literally, I think. Do you ever feel like you can understand others? I don't know whether to take it over a life experience or like within a more reasonable time frame. That's where I'm running into problems. Do you ever feel like you can understand others quite well, but others can't understand you? No. Are you afraid of the unknown? Not particularly. Are you afraid of running out of time as your life comes to an end before you manage to accomplish? No. Are you afraid of surviving while your loved ones perish? Yeah, that would suck. Do you have a fear of abandonment? I think so. Do you carry around a lot of heartache from your past? No. Do you harbor resentment for others who have done you wrong? No. Would you say that you have some regrets in life? Yeah. If you could do it all over again, would you do anything differently? Again, it's made me the homie I am right now, so for better or for worse. Are you proud of who you've become? I don't... I'm not really proud of it, but I'm not really, like, not proud of it. So I guess if I'm answering not proud, it'd be no. Do you feel like your choices and circumstances in life have made you who you are? Yes, absolutely. Do you wish you would have been treated more fairly by others in the past? No, it's been fine. Do you strive to treat others better than you might have been treated? Yes. Do you ever wish you could help more people? Yeah. Do you sometimes wish you could more easily help yourself? Yes. Do you look forward to where your life may take you? Sure. Do you feel like you aren't... Yes, absolutely. Do you know... If you knew that following your dreams would end in certain success, would you do whatever it takes to pursue and achieve them? Probably. If you could travel into the past or the future but never return to the present, would you do it? No. Let's keep it there. Have you made peace with your past? Yeah. Have you made peace with your current circumstances? Yes. Are you afraid of what conflict may arise in the future? It's not really anything I consider. If you could work twice as much as you do now and reap twice the amount of benefits, would... No, because I would never sleep. Do you ever wish that you could be forgiven for the wrong you've done? Yeah. Do you sometimes blame yourself even when things may not be your fault? No, if it's not mine. Do you feel that others place the blame on you more often than they should? No. Would you enjoy an entire month of solitude with no communication from the outside world? Would I don't think I'd enjoy it. Do you wish your life turned out differently thus far? No. No, I don't have that wish. Are you proud of what you managed to accomplish? I haven't really accomplished much, so no. Do you feel like you could have accomplished more than... Answer the next question. Have you ever felt like you're wasting your potential in life? Yes. Do you ever get the sense that you have a hidden talent or undiscovered potential just waiting to break free? I get that sense sometimes. Have you ever felt like there was something special and unique about you that you just can't place your finger on? No. Do you have a difficult time trusting others? No. Do you ever get the sense that your mind works differently from others? Yes. Have you ever wanted to make other people happier than the world has made you? Yes. If I told you that everything is going to be okay, would you believe me? everything would be okay. A small token. Oh, I'm not ripping. Oh. If there were a set of switches on a wall, each of them with a color and a number designated on them, with no other indicator as to what the switches and dial did, would you... I don't think I'd mess with that. I'm going to leave that alone. It reminds me of that experiment where, like, it shocked somebody in the other room, but I guess it would have told me that. I'll leave that alone. And I don't want to go through a new store. Thank you very much. Upon a rotting house. The smell of mold fills the chamber you now reside in, unlike any you've experienced before. There's an unmistakably overabundant dampness and an exuberant amount of humidity that hangs heavy in this room. To add to the already overwhelming amount of discomfort that the chamber brings, the sound of water constantly dripping from the ceiling and walls is enough to drive someone mad if given enough time. Well, it's way better than the child room. Old iron stove sits in the garden. It's fairly filthy, but well kept in terms of remaining intact and unbroken. Above the old stove contains a wall full of iron pots, pans, and various cooking utensils. Interestingly enough, the cooking utensils seem to be unused and in good condition, if not a bit dusty. Various cobweb-caked crates of rotten, moldy ingredients rest on the kitchen. This crate seems to contain an odd mix of carrots and peppers. Various cobweb moldy ingredients to the floor. This crate with all the salt-preserved fish heads that have not been moldy in the floor. It seems to contain cabbage. Spiders have made their home between the leaves. Various cobweb cakes. Oh, the crate seems to be a mix of grains. Okay. The sink that sits against the wall is rusted and filthy. A sour stench arises from the drain and mixes with the smell of hanging garlic and herbs above the wall. Old, crusty, stale, and hardened bread sits on the countertop. Small jars of viscous liquid rest next to the bread. A tattered piece of parchment hangs on the wall containing ripped recipes for various meals. Below, the parchment rests on a butcher's block coated in blood. Grease and grime are caked upon the cake's degraded face. Stopped at 555. Hey, the hell is that? Old painting of dark figures standing in front of a castle sit on the wall. The figures in the painting are faceless, yet you get a feeling they're watching you as you gaze upon them. An ash-smudged map of the lands you've never seen or heard of rests on the wall. Nothing about the lands or travel routes seem familiar to you whatsoever. Okay, what is all this? Broken glass. Oh, there's a table. Broken glass with chunks of flesh and heaps of blood rests still on the old splintered oak table. Cobwebs cling to the stools resting around the table, and the legs of the chairs seem to be chewed apart by some small critter, adding to their degradation. Whelp. Hey, Butterbuggy. Oh, butterfly. Appear to be fish is this? An unworldly thing sits alone, deep in thought. He pays no attention to you as you approach. Yet he mumbles quietly himself, just loud enough for you to make out a few words. The king's eyes search for something on your person, inspecting you up and down. He turns his head to you for a brief moment before Jesus. You don't have enough petals to be worth my time. Only unworthy of my breath, only petals. If you wish an audience with king, bring me more petals. Is it because of that one I didn't pick up? Are you serious? I wanted to leave it on She Loves Me, but I was hoping that would be something. Because obviously we were going to meet him at some point. When you're feeling pain, take the time to ponder what's hurting and why it's hurting and what you've done to deserve it and how you got in the position you're in. Life is trying to teach you a very valuable lesson. You'll be forced to relearn this lesson over and over again if you don't take the time to learn properly the first time. Okay, I'm going out King Nothing's door. Bye, King Nothing. Sorry. You hear a fire crackling in the distance and feel the warmth of its flame. The warmth its flame, Jesus, provides. The room smells clean and pure, as though it's been well maintained and actively lived in. Hey, small butterfly flutters near you. There's appearing to be anything normal about this critter. Okay. Piece of parchment hangs on the wall. It contains a list of names you've never heard of. Strangely, all the names appear to be written upside down. Excuse me, Butterbogey. Fireplace rages on, yet the cobwebs around it cling tight and refuse to burn. There's no way the fireplace could stay lit for a long period of time in the current state it's in. Someone has been here recently. Old painting of a man with a distorted face rests on the stone wall. His eyeball appears to be plucked out of his head and rests on the table in front of him. This painting, that is... Oh. Royal tapestry hangs on the wall. It's obviously seen better days. What is this demon bear? Stone chair is positioned tightly against a wall. In the seat sits a peculiar figure. It remains idle, yet you get the sense that it's watching every move you decide to make. Something rests in the hand. What do you want to do? What do you got, buddy? Of course you do. What else would you have? Royal tapestry hangs on the wall. It's obviously seen better days. Dusty old clock. Hands of the clock stop frozen at 7:06. Faint purple glow. Statue of an unholy figure stands tall before you. It radiates dark energy and emits a great heat from within its molten belly. No, no. Oh. This is different. An old plaque rests on the wall with various names chiseled on it. There are only 4 names on the plaque that you can see. 3 of them are names you've never heard before, and the final name is yours. Royal tapestry, it's seen better days. Why does that fruit look fresh? Fresh fruit sits on a table to tender tapestries. Fruit seems like it's picked and washed this morning. There's no sign of bugs or pests looming in the bowl, and no signs of rot or decay. Cool. I don't like it. Why are you going... This is it, Wanderer. This is what you've been waiting for. Every decision you've made has led to this moment. Now, gaze upon the mirror and tell me what you see. Pressed against the wall sits a mystical mirror, swirling with radiant magics. You can see many different images contorting themselves within the twisted nether. Would you like to look deeper in the mirror and see your reflection? Mirror, mirror, show to thee what secrets have been hidden from me. Show me weakness, show me strength. Describe in detail, tell in length. Show me what I've been afraid to see. Show me who I'm afraid to be. Show me everything, reflect it true. Show me why I've come to you. You gaze deeply into the mirror at your own reflection. What it reflects back at you are the answers you seek. Deep within the mirror, a reflection is formed. It is revealed to you. The reflection of the fortress. The story of the fortress is surely an interesting one. It is said that the reflection of the fortress represents the soul of someone who has been hurt or traumatized in the past and has their defenses up. It is a fortress of solitude, a safe place where heavily fortified walls to protect the parts of ourselves that we guard all too well. It is carried by a turtle to symbolize how slowly we move through life and how long it takes for us to trust someone enough to let them into our fortress. It is also carried upon the backs of a turtle to symbolize the burden and has to be so untrusting of others with our deepest secrets that we hold so dear. Oftentimes it's because we fear the judgment of others and what we're afraid to open up and let someone within our walls. Other times it's because we've let people in before and they made themselves appear like they could be trusted and then proved otherwise. So we're fearful of what might occur if we make the same mistake with the wrong person once again. Unfortunately, this defense mechanism of building walls has one fallback and a caveat of great detriment. And that, my friend, is the walls do not discriminate. Walls do not just keep bad people out who seek to do us harm, but they have a nasty habit of keeping all people out. While our subconscious minds use it to protect and defend ourselves from those seeking to do us harm or come harboring ill intent, they also keep out those who mean us no harm at all, often wanting what's best for us. We push those away with our fortress for the fear that they will bring harm to us, or abandon us in our time of need, thus creating self-fulfilling prophecy of pain and abandonment. The reflection of the fortress is there to let us know that the burden of carrying walls is one that will impede our journey through life, and we must take comfort in our own inner strength that we possess. We've been through so much, and we've survived. If we can do it once, we can do it again if need be, as long as we have the confidence and knowledge that we are survivors. We have an uncanny ability to take on the world like no one else ever could. If we could continue to push our world away, however, or keep the world out, so to speak, then we'll never have the things we truly want in life, and the weight of the fortress we carry on our backs will eventually sink us under its vast, burdensome, hulking mass. We will plummet to the depths of the ocean that we so desperately treading through to find the land that we call our home once and for all. We must let down our walls and have faith in our inner strength. We must have confidence in ourselves to know that we can and we will survive anything that comes our way. Let the reflection of the fortress be your warning and your blessing to a more open and illustrious future. You don't deserve to carry such weight on your shoulders. Your journey will be so much easier once you shed the dead weight you've carried so long. Your secret word is fortress. Remember this word, for it will benefit you greatly if you decide to use it. I don't know how much I agree with that, if it was like towards me. Sometimes the mirror reflects something within your soul, and sometimes the mirror reflects the reverse of what resides inside of you. Both factors are of equal value. It is up to you to interpret whether the reflection shows reality or the reverse of it. Oh. So pay heed and listen to my words, for the mirror never lies. I will free you from the confines of this place once and for all. You are free to do as you please from this point onward. I will wish you the best of luck in your journey forward, Wanderer, for it is now time for you to do some reflection of your very own. I've discovered 7 out of 7 deadly sins. I got all the... I didn't do the... Oh, I missed another petal anyway. I don't remember where I would have missed a petal. I mean, the butterflies aren't really hidden. They're all out in the open. You've discovered 7 out of 7 artifacts, 6 out of 8 relics. There are far more hidden secrets left for you to uncover, but this particular journey must end here. Your result has been based on many different variables, many hidden secrets littered throughout each room and can be found only by clever exploration. We hope that you to experience a little more about how your brain works and present with scenarios and options to choose from. Take the secret word that has been attached to you and leave it in the comments. First, we'll be selecting based on even include. Okay, so they haven't even. Oh, okay. This one probably isn't out yet. In the meantime, we'd like to recommend. Okay. It's a choices matter style of the game, and it's never been done before. So you, the player, are responsible for how the journey is written in future episodes. Okay. We've already read about that. I thought maybe like this one would be like where you plug in all your words, and that somehow has a... Yeah. I thought that would be connected in this one, but it's not. Again, thank you for the bottom of my heart. I hope you got some form of enjoyed my experience. Yeah. This one's by far the longest. Hey! Hey! Okay. Okie dokie. Okay. I don't know how much I agree with it. What is the opposite of... I think I'm closer to the opposite. Holy Jesus. I think I'm closer to the opposite of what that thing says. Huh. Something to think about, I guess. I guess it's not entirely wrong, but it's not 100% right either. I don't know. Just an interesting thing. That was a long... I might just say screw it and do this in one video, or maybe 2 half videos that are an hour and 20-ish minutes. But wow, that was long. Still fun. I still love the whole question thing. I thought maybe this one would put it all together somehow, but it ended up being something completely different. A lot of the questions get reused. Like there's one that's been asked in like 3 out of the 4 games, which I guess it's hard. But they should have a list somewhere, but it doesn't really matter. I still enjoyed playing this, as obviously I did it all in one sitting, and my spine hates me for it. So this game's a little more expensive on Steam. I think this one was like $5. But still, it kept me entertained for 3 hours, so that's pretty good, in my opinion. So, again, all these games are available on Steam if you guys want to download them for yourself and see what you get on your own. You can post that in the comments if you want. And, yeah, that's it. I'm Takamasak. See you later.